Ngalaba kisintu Chimo Oye wembiko hekwe na kamda
Awareni mofi ebibile
Awareni o
Awareni mofi shemile
Ayemi jawore baba
Awareni mofi ayemi Jesu Ọba mi mama ṣe kọ̀ mí sílẹ̀ Olúwa mi mo jáde lọ láti ṣe iṣẹ́ ọjọ́ mi ìwọ nìkan lè bí ọmọ ọ̀rọ̀ lè rán àti níṣẹ́. It dwells in the sacred place of the Most High, shall abide under the shadow of the Almighty. This is the promise of God. Oh yeah, Baba, oh dákun jọ̀wọ́, kò gbé mi rì. Already mo fi ẹ̀mí mi lé. Already mo fi iṣẹ́ mi lé. Already mo fi ayé mi lé Jésù. Ọba mi mo máa ṣe kọ̀ mí sílẹ̀.
I give thanks to the Lord
with my whole heart,
His goodness and mercy.
endureth forever.
I go the praise, I go the pour, I go the denge.
Give thanks, give thanks.
From London. Welcome to this special program on Noble People TV and radio. I am John Chinode. Well, this particular program is tailored for economic empowerment and, of course, individual empowerment. And this is why it's now time for me to introduce our guest. Dr. Sonny Ahonsi, if I've pronounced that correctly.
Yeah, absolutely spot on.
I'm very good with African names. Well, Dr. Sonny Ahonsi, before we get into what we're here to discuss and talk about, firstly, a little background for those that are watching you for the first time. Who is Dr. Sonny Ahonsi? Don't get me wrong, when I was young, when I hear a doctor, even in economics, I didn't know there were different doctors. I used to think it's a medical doctor. You know, when a doctor comes home, my dad says, this is Dr. Mulenga from, I'm from Zambia, and then I would say, Dad, is he going to give me an injection? I'm scared. So who is Dr. Sonny Ahonsi?
Well, Chichi, you have known me for some time now. My background is, I qualified as an accountant about 32 years ago. And I went to do so many other qualifications up to the 3rd level degree. But I always like people to call me Sonny because it's simple and it's a lot easier. Well, over the years, I have worked as an accountant, and my dad once said to me that if you want to make a lot of money, he said to me, there's only one thing you need to do.
And what is it that you need to do?
He said, look for people's problems and provide solutions. So as an accountant, when I retired about 2-3 years ago, I retired or not tired. You see, then I said to myself, of all that wealth, all the skills that I've acquired over the years, how do I translate that into a transferable skill that can help people to develop economically? Hence, I came up with a program called Economic Empowerment to help a lot of young people out there to develop themselves, to think out of the box, to help them to become entrepreneurs in their own right. While they're maintaining their 9-to-5, that they can still have, on the other hand, a credible business opportunity that they can develop in their own way. Helping people to generate or to do 2 things. Number one, this is my fundamental objective. Yes, it is true, as a disclaimer, this is not an investment advice. I'm only here to provide information that will help people to generate income that can feed themselves and their family. There's a saying that says, if you give a man or a woman a fish, how many days would you feed them? 1 day. It's gone. But if you teach them how to fish, you can feed them not only for 1 day, but for a lifetime, not only that man or woman himself or herself, but the whole community. So for me, I teach and mentor people to look after themselves economically. Ability for them to generate second source of income. Ability for them to run their own businesses while they are walking on the road, while they are in their offices with colleagues. Now, some of these businesses, how they can do it is exactly what I'm going to be sharing with your audience this evening.
Right, okay. Well, still on your background and, of course, what you've achieved. Why do you think a lot of young people, especially you mentioned the 9-to-5, or should I say the basic 8-hour shift?
Yeah.
Why do you think people are still struggling? You know, what I mean is when I see people going to the cash machines, people are no longer smiling than they used to smile in the 90s when withdrawing money. Why do you think people are still struggling in terms of increasing their income base?
Well, this is that's the whole reason of my program. The purpose is to incite people to find alternative ways of adding.
And what are the alternative ways?
That's what we're going to be discussing.
Right, okay.
Additional income, how they can generate it, right? Without selling any product or without marketing any product that will not provide added value. Just give you some example. I have helped a lot of people who are working 9-to-5. I work 9-to-5. A lot of respect for 9-to-5 people. But as one of the saying goes, I think it was said by Paul Getty, or was it even Donald Trump, or even Robert Kiyosaki, Among all the major entrepreneurs we have in the world, one of the common consensus that they've all agreed on, which also you will agree with me, you can never be rich or financially sustained by a single source of income, by your salary. I call it the 30/1 pay cycle model, which is you work for 30 days, you get paid for 1 day. Just imagine by the time you get round to the next cycle of 30 days, what happens? You're going into your overdraft. It's a no-brainer. But I'm helping people to move into from that 30 days pay cycle to 30-day pay work days and 31-day pay cycle. You have 30, 31. So you can still maintain your salary and get paid on your saving and investment and on your business that I can share with you. I can share with a lot of your listeners and viewers on this platform this evening how they can actually do that. Be me as a coach, a business coach, and also as a mentor. Like I said to you, which is what we're going to go into in a moment, people can even set up their business as little as £100. And I can help them and train them and mentor them to train to convert that business into an opportunity that can generate 3, 4, 5, £1,000 a week source of income. We have demonstrated it in the past, and we will continue to demonstrate that. People want to know how that can be done. This is part of the question we're going to be discussing this evening.
Right, okay. Well, various sayings in this world. One of my favorite, I'm sure a lot of viewers watching, that's one of your favorites. The proof of the pudding is in the eating.
Yep.
The proof of, in Nigeria, they say the proof of the pepper is in the fish. Where I come from, in Zambia, they say the proof of the chihuahua is in the mbalala. To translate, the proof of the groundnuts that's marinated in the vegetables,
Okay.
right, is actually in the is actually in the vegetables, right? So what have you achieved so far? I'm sure the viewers would like to know. Just give us a brief summary of what what you've achieved. Success short story.
Okay, right. Let me show you. Let me just share my story with you. Basically, over the last 18 months, 2 years, I've gone into trading in shares, in forex, how to trade in money, and help so many young people, older people. My oldest trader in forex at the moment is 83 years old, and the youngest is 17 and a half, almost, let's say 18, right? So across the whole spectrum of different people, we have assisted so many, and there are catalogs of case studies I can demonstrate on how we can use £100 to start a business and generate £400-500 a week income. Like you said, the eating is in the pudding itself, but I would say the saying is a demonstration of the people I've assisted. Now, people might say, how can you turn £100 into, maybe somebody's,
Yeah.
into 1,000? Should I take it?
No.
Or how can you demonstrate £200 into 20,000 worth of profit over many, many years? Well, in the time of Jesus, in time of Adam, if you say somebody is actually flying in the mid-air, they will say to you it's a miracle. But in our time, scientists have been able to develop a tube, which is called an aeroplane, that can fly through the gravity, through the air, from one Atlantic geography to the next in a few hours. So the issue of economic transformation is what I do. Be an accountant and a professor of business. We understand the DNA. Like I mentioned to you in the other program, nobody pays me for what I do.
And how do you make your money then?
Right, I make my money through a third party.
And how do you make that money through a third party?
How we make the money through a third party is simple. If you invest in my commodity trading business, All right? I get my money paid by virtue of the profit that you generate. Right? It's as simple as that. So when you generate profit, then out of that profit, I get rewarded. You get paid handsomely. Unlike a traditional business that you have to do, whereby you have to go and acquire a shop, you have to go and get your stock, you have to go and do this and do that, conversing. For me, you don't have to do that. With a simple formula of developing a business, a credible business with you, I can show you how you can trade. Give you an example. In recent times, I moved from trading in Forex and shares into cryptocurrency. Have you heard of cryptocurrency?
Yeah, we'll be coming to cryptocurrency, but
Right.
just before the cryptocurrency, do we have a caller on the line? Hi, good evening. Hi, good evening. Welcome to this special program. Please tell us your name, where you're calling from, and go ahead with your question.
Yeah, my name is Florence. I'm calling from Peckham. I've been watching the program, but I just have some few questions.
Yes, go ahead.
How does this economic empowerment, how does it work? What is the minimum amount that you can invest, and how would it work? How would you get feedback on what you have made, or the process in all, if you can explain, please.
Okay. Good evening, Madam Florence. The process is very, my name is Dr. Ahansi. The process is very, very simple. We'll assist people to set up a business from as little as £100, into the kitty. That's your starting point. You can start as little as £100. We will provide you with free training and free mentorship, how the business actually develops, right?
Okay.
We can help you to set up the business. You can start with £100, you can start with £1,000, you can start with £10,000. Yeah, go on.
I want to ask, what sort of business is the business that I have interest in doing, or you have suggestions of business that you are going to, that you know will be lucrative and that I can be successful on?
Correct. That's exactly what we're saying. You see, you remember the purpose of this program is not to advise you. I'm not a financial advisor. I am an information provider. I provided information to people. Because I've been through the processes myself, because setting up a business is not an event. It's a process, like you said. And different stages, different processes that we can go through. Off the camera, you and I can actually speak, but I'm going to speak to you very, very briefly how the business works.
Okay.
Currently, I'm sure other viewers also will be listening to it. Currently, I trade on cryptocurrencies. Have you heard of cryptocurrency, Bitcoin?
Cryptocurrencies, is that the silver money? I think I had something about
No, this is not about silver. This is not about gold. We're talking about trading in money, digital money, computer money. Okay, it doesn't matter which country you're from. Let's say you want to send some money to your relative back home, right?
Yeah.
How do you send the money? You either send it by the bank or by Western Union, right?
Yeah.
Out of £100, guess what happens? The bank or any other organization will charge you, say, about £10.
Yeah.
Your family will only receive about 90% of what you're sending.
That's correct.
Cryptocurrency, the way it works, they will only charge you around about £1 to send, even up to £1 million, right?
Okay.
Every single day, the trading activity, buy and selling all over the world. Do you know how much we spend on a daily basis, Florence?
No.
5.3 trillion US every single day. While we are transacting this money comes through the banking system, correct?
Yes, that's correct.
You can imagine the amount of money that the bank earns every single day on the money that you and I have put in the bank. And this is what is called OPM. The bank has no money. They use the OPM strategy, other people's money, which is your money, my money.
Yes.
The bank gives us a very, very small return, right?
Yes.
But with our organization, the same amount of money you're trading with, £100, £1,000, they pay you a guaranteed amount of 4% every single week, ROI, return on investment.
Okay.
So you can imagine if you put in £100, you get paid about £5 a week.
Okay. Wow.
If it's £1,000, you get paid £50 a week.
Okay.
If it's £10,000, you get paid £500 a week. 100,000 will give you £5,000 a week. So what my organization does is called Atlantic Global. You may not have heard of it. They trade with this money. They buy a lot of Bitcoin. They buy and sell Bitcoin on a daily basis and other cryptocurrencies. The result, the profit they generate, they share it with you. But the bank keep the profit to themselves. But with my organization, they share a large proportion of that profit with you and me because we are the one that generate the money.
Okay.
So you don't have to physically do the trading, checking what's happening all over the world. There are professional traders who are trading with different cryptocurrency, different forex, different shares all over the globe. The money they generate, the profit they generate, they amalgamate it together and share it among all the traders, which is including you and myself.
Sure.
I started this business just around February this year
Okay.
with about £1,000 I started with.
Right.
Okay, this is not about boasting now, but I'm just telling you exactly what happens. Because
Okay.
I work for the company as an agent, they pay you in two different ways. Number one, all right, I'm sure other listeners are listening.
Yes.
When I invested my £1,000, the first week I got paid £52 for the first week.
Right.
The second week I got paid £48.
Okay.
The third week I got paid £63.
Okay.
Now, I said to myself, this business is getting really, really good. Then I found one of my sisters who is a medical doctor. I wasn't even going to tell anyone. Then I said to her, look, there's a brilliant business here. He said to me, oh, no. Don't give me all those, pyramid sellings and all the rest of that. I said, no, sister,
Yes.
this got nothing to do with pyramid. This is dealing with cryptocurrency management. He said to me, what is that? Then I explained. I said, you know what? I will open the account for you, right? And I will fund it for the first €100. I will fund it for you. You don't need to take the risks. She said, okay, that's a deal. The first week, she got paid £4.50. The second week, £6. He said to me, this business is getting really hot, right? She decided to put in £5,000.
Right.
On £5,000, she got paid £250 for the first week.
Okay.
Then she increased it again and again. Guess what? The £5,000 she put in, the company also paid me a referral one-off commission of 5%.
Okay.
So I built a business from £1,000 to almost £100,000 in 5 months.
Okay.
That's with £1,000. So with the business, you earn money in two different sources. If you bring a relative, if you bring a colleague from work or somebody, a stranger from the street, right?
Yeah.
You get paid a referral commission. You know, some banks are doing it now, Florence. If you introduce your friend to them, they credit you with £130, £150. Some banks are doing it. So with my organization, with the company, my company, they reward you by actually referring because they don't advertise on TV. They don't advertise on radio. So,
So what you getting paid on the money that you invested, you are still getting paid if you bring people for the commission.
absolutely spot on, Florence. That's exactly how it works. So, unlike the traditional, if you go to different multi-level marketing, all the rest of them, they only pay you if you bring people on board. Yeah, they pay you on recruitment.
Yeah.
But AGAM, which is called Atlantic Global Asset Management, do not pay you necessarily on recruitment. They pay you also on your own investment. Every week they work with your money. Every week you get paid. Tomorrow is my pay day. Every Friday you get paid. So
Wow.
if you invest any amount this week, right?
Yes.
Let's say £100. I guarantee by next week they'll pay you £4, £5. It depends because they pay between 4 to 6% every single week.
Right.
ROI.
And should you want to, but your money will still remain.
What do you mean?
The money will still be with them in their account.
Yeah, you sign a contract. You know how the traditional ISA works, yeah, in the bank.
Yeah.
You sign a contract for 1 year, correct?
Okay, that's it. Yeah, okay.
With this organization, with AGAM, you sign a contract for 1 year. You cannot take out your capital. What you can take out, however, right? I got about almost 90,000 in there. You can imagine how much 90,000 will earn in a week. 4% of 90,000, how much is that? Right? That's about £4,500 a week.
Wow.
I can decide, yeah, to take out my 4,500. I spend it the way I want. Go to the cash point, take out the money, right? They give you a card, a business card, which a prepaid Visa card, right?
Okay.
Or I can decide to reinvest that 4,500 into my account. Then it will increase my profit next week.
I see what you mean. So, if we now put money in with your company, is it your company that is doing so is your company, not to say you, the main or the sole person that deals with the investment of the money, or are you investing it with the bank or with a bigger organization?
No, because this, okay, very good. Your question is very clear, Florence. They are working like a bank. Let's say you put £1,000 in today into AGAM, yeah, Atlantic Global Asset Management, right?
Yeah.
They will trade with that money for the week.
Okay.
They guarantee to pay you 4% to 6% at the end of the following week. So they are the one trading with your money every single day.
So your company is like an agent now.
Correct. I'm like an agent, and the reason why I'm sharing it with the members of the public is simple.
Because you've seen the result
The
and
res-
the benefit.
Very good.
I just have to come in. Sorry, we've got some callers
Florence.
still trying to call in, Florence. So what I'll do is, or what you can do, I beg your pardon, is you can phone Sonny. The number is flashing right in front of your screen, and I'm sure he's mentioned, and we quote him here on Noble People Radio and TV, that he doesn't expect to get paid because he makes his money through a third party. But thank you so much for calling. So what you do is take his number and then give him a call. Yeah, give him a call tomorrow morning.
No,
It's
you
Friday.
can call me later on after 7 o'clock. Look, Florence, can I just say, very briefly before you go, those questions you ask are very pertinent, right? And I'm sure we have already covered a lot of things that people who are watching or who are listening would have benefited from the question that you asked. Stay tuned.
This is why I thought that other people, will
Yeah,
not get it.
correct.
Because I will ask people that if I tried for like 4 weeks
Yeah.
and I've seen results, then of course I'm going to be the share of the good news as well.
I
So-
can actually help you to open the account this evening, not a problem at all. Your account, yeah, once we finish, I will show you how to open an account. It doesn't cost you anything, right?
Okay.
Once you have your free account open, just like you go to a bank manager and say, I want to open an account, the bank manager doesn't dictate how much you put in the account, does it?
No.
You open the account, they check all your addresses and everything else, your IDs and all the rest of them. We do exactly the same thing. Then you can decide to say, I want to start with £1,000, I want to start with £1 million. For you, Florence, £1 million will be the desirable level for you to start from. And you have to say amen to that.
Right, okay. Thank you very much, Florence, for your call, and keep watching, and we appreciate the contribution. Thank you.
We contact on Noble People TV and we get in touch with you. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much, Florence.
You're welcome. Bye.
Thank you very much. Well, of course, keep those calls coming in. Of course, you've seen Florence there calling in to ask Dr. Sani Ahonsi on how to increase her income, or rather what they call multiple streams of income. The number is 07886 beg your pardon, 07886 625 549. The number is flashing in front of your screen.
Hello, caller.
Hello. Hi, good evening. Please tell us your name, where you're calling from, and go ahead with your question and contribution.
Ade, yeah?
Yes, please.
Yeah, Ade, could you just slightly speak up a little
Speak
bit?
up, yeah.
Yeah, I'm calling from Grove Park.
Grove Park, okay.
Yeah, what I need to understand about this is how do you invest in this? And if you bring in someone, if you need your money in case of, like, say, about 9 months, how do you get your money back?
Okay, very, very simple, Ade. How to invest is very simple. We help you to open your account, yeah? And
Okay.
to open the account, we can do even this evening, is your name and address, your email, that's it. Yeah? Chapter done. Not difficult, not complicated at all. That's the process of registration, of opening the account.
Now, I pull in £50, and the next week, how much do I get back?
Okay, the minimum starting point is about £100.
Okay, so for the £100, how much do I get back next
You
week?
get between 4 to 6% return. Let's say we take the lower part, which is 4%. 4% will give you £4 for the week, next week. Provided you fund your account, yeah, Ade, listen. Provided you fund the account before Sunday this week, yeah, 10 p.m. on Sunday, you will be paid because the company would have traded with your money during the course of the week. Next Friday, you get paid.
Hope it's not like the MNM in Nigeria, the one they did in Nigeria, like when you put in money, for you to get back your money, then
Right.
you have to start.
Okay,
I don't understand it.
Okay, let me just clarify this one to you, Ade. I'm glad you bring that up. In fact, I begin to learn that MMM in Nigeria, what people have done.
Yeah.
My company is fundamentally different from MMM. This company has been operating and trading since 2009, right?
2009. Okay.
Okay, and it trades on tangible commodity, money. Have you heard of Bitcoin?
In a way, I've heard about it.
Okay, I tell you, okay, let me just explain that to you, Ade. This company trade on Bitcoin. Bitcoin, 2010, it was less than £100. Do you know how much it is today? It's about £3,000 today. In January this year, Bitcoin was around about £700, $700. Right?
Yeah.
Do you know how much dollar is today? It's over $4,000 per coin. So you could just imagine if you have bought some in January this year, one Bitcoin, right?
Okay.
For 700, let's say for £600. It's £3,000 now. How much do you think you would have earned between January to date? £2,400 on one coin. So what Atlantic Global Asset Management does, the money that all of us contribute together, they use to buy various coins. There are over 1,000 coins in circulation at the moment. They trade with it just as people trade in shares and forex, but they're now trading with cryptocurrency. Those cryptocurrency, because of volatility, they're able to buy in huge, large quantity and sell because they watch the pattern. We have about 25 traders who are trading with your money. So they give you your weekly return. They guarantee you 4 to 6% on whatever you invest. If you, like I was saying to Florence earlier, £100 will give you about £4 a week. 1,000 will give you 40 pounds a week. 10,000 pounds will give you 400 a week. 100,000 will give you 4,000 a week return. Right?
So how can I withdraw my money?
Very good. Very, very easy. You cannot take out, this now leads me to your second question. You cannot take out your initial capital you put in. The initial capital is a 12-month contract, right?
Okay.
But you can take out your dividend paid to you every single week.
The
interest, right? It's not actually called the interest because it had to confine also with Islamic finance. It's called dividend. They pay you dividend, part of the profit on a weekly basis.
Okay, so that £100 weekly, I get money on that every week.
You get £4 back every week.
Okay.
If it's £1,000, it's £40. 10,000, you get £400 back. For you, Ade, I would recommend you put 100,000, then you can get £4,000 back every week. You have to say amen to that one.
Amen.
Yeah.
Right, okay, Ade, sorry, we have to cut you there. We've got more callers coming in, but then you can always call Asoni after the program this evening.
One more question, please. Just one more.
Yes,
Okay,
go ahead.
go on.
So once I sign for the 12-month contract,
Mm-hmm.
at the end of the 12 months, can I still withdraw back my money?
By the end of the 6 months,
Yeah.
you already got your initial capital back here.
So you're entitled to take back the money?
No. You remember? Okay, let's just say you put in £4, right?
Yeah.
Sorry, £100.
Yeah.
Every week you get paid £4.
Okay.
If you multiply, let's say 50 weeks in a year, times 4, that's £200, correct?
Yes.
The company have paid you £200, refunded back your investment, initial investment of £100. And how much is your profit that you receive?
£100.
That very good. So at the end of the year, cumulatively, you will receive your capital back plus your profit.
Okay.
Ade, this is my personal number. You can call me anytime. Even at 3 a.m. in the morning, I will take your answer. I will take your question.
Right, okay, thank you very much, Ade.
All right. Thanks so much.
Okay.
Well, keep the calls coming in. The number is flashing on your screen. We've had two very good callers so far. We've got Dr. Asani Ahonsi here with a proven track record in empowering people, setting up people who want to be entrepreneurs. But talking of entrepreneurs, my money management education, what is it that you do in terms of my money management education? Enlighten us a little bit.
Okay, as the name implies, the purpose of our program is simply to show people the ways of how to empower themselves economically, to help people to find ways and means of generating additional household income, right? I don't know about you, Chichi, but with me, among the people I work with, people are suffering big time, right? They are stressed out. Rent, mortgages, paid so many bills. Salary is never enough. So my money management education does, it educate people locally and internationally to show them ways and means of actually enhancing their pay packet by generating additional source of income. So we help people to set up a small business but with huge potential. That's the purpose of my money management education.
Right, okay. Some viewers that are watching there, I'm sure, have had bad experience in terms of investing in businesses or watching you know, a presenter like myself and a guest like yourself. So people become skeptical, and you've mentioned, yes, I think people are suffering, you know. I know of a friend that even his cockroaches go next door for lunch because there is just no food. Bless you on that. So the people that are skeptical and they just want to stick to their 9-to-5 job, what would you say to them?
Well, Chichi, this is the interesting part of it. We're all different. We all react to different things at different perspectives. Yeah, it was one of the Nobel Prize winners. I think it was Wole Soyinka from Ghana, or no, from Nigeria, I think. But I like to claim him because, you know, as a Ghanaian, but he's a Nigerian. He said, there is no point looking backward. He said, nobody is rich enough to buy yesterday. He said, but if you work hard today, he said, tomorrow is yours, in your hands, right? So what that means literally is, if you keep on looking backward, the business that you've done that did not succeed, you're never going to move forward. I mean, look at light bulbs, yeah? We're all enjoying today electricity, light bulbs. Can you remember who actually invented light bulbs? Thomas Edison. How many times did he try the experiment? Some analysts say 10,000, some say 2,000, but whatever it is, thousands of times. Then his friend chuckled. Thomas, why don't you give up? You failed so many thousand times. He said, no, I have not failed actually. I have found out 2,000 times, 3,000 times, 4,000 times that doesn't work. Guess what happened? He persisted.
We've got another caller. Good evening. Welcome to this special program. Please tell us your name, where you're calling from, and please go ahead with your question or contribution.
Hello, good evening.
Evening, madam.
Yeah, I'm Grace, calling from Camberwell.
Oh, hi, Grace.
Yeah. Good evening. I was just turning in now, and I just hear a little bit of the topic, and I just want, I don't know his name, his sad name, but I just want him to enlighten me more about what you mean. How does it work?
Okay. Grace, is very, very simple. Yeah, tune in and listen into it. I will, for the sake of other viewers as well and listeners, I'm going to address your question as well. So give us as many questions as you possibly can. The purpose of this program is to help people to set up their own businesses in the comfort of their own home, right?
Okay.
A business like this, I don't know what you work as. Are you working as a nurse, a medical doctor, an accountant? What do you work as, Grace?
As a support worker.
Very good. As a support worker, we can help you to set up a small business on a small scale, even starting as little as £100, that can, we will provide you with training and support that can generate you £300, £400, £500 a week in addition to your salary. That is the purpose of my program. As the program entails is about empowering people economically. Yeah, economic empowerment. I have used this forum, this business, to support cleaners, taxi drivers, yeah, medical doctors, pilots, accountants, lawyers, all over the globe.
Okay.
And for you, I can also help this program to support you. I am helping people to set up a small business on their own, right, with a little amount of effort. The way my company works is this. The company I work for, I represent, is called Atlantic Global Asset Management.
Okay.
The way they work like a bank. You know, Grace, if let's say you have £1,000 now in the bank, right?
Yeah.
How much profit do you think the bank would pay you at the end of the year as your return on investment? I'll help you as an accountant. They'll pay you £2.50 for the whole year.
Okay.
What do the bank do with that money? They trade with that money. They buy shares and sell shares. They buy currency, they sell currency, right?
Yeah.
They give out mortgages, loans, and all the rest of it. That's what they do.
Yeah. Yeah.
But the bank, your £1,000, the bank will turn into £5,000 to £10,000 a year.
Yeah.
But they only pay you £2.50 return, right?
Yeah.
What do they do with the rest of the money? They pay bonuses and first class, business class, private jet all over the world. That's what the managers do with your money.
Oh, right. Okay.
Okay? They do what is called a strategy of OPM. Write it down. OPM.
Yes.
Other people's money.
Oh, right. Okay.
The money you put in the bank or out of your salary, the money I put in, the money Chichi puts in, the money everybody puts in, the bank amalgamate that money and they trade with it and they pay us nothing. But Atlantic Global Asset Management, what they decided to do in 2009, they formed a company that if you are doing exactly the same thing that the bank is doing, yeah,
Yeah.
at that time, if you don't have £100,000, they will not allow you to be part of the business. When you put in £100,000, I bring £100,000, they will buy a property in Spain or in London or New York, they rent it out. The money they generate from that on a monthly basis, they pay us part of the profit. You see how clever it is?
Yes.
But now, in recent time, they have reduced it down to even as little as £100. If you put in £100, for example, this week, by next week, they'll pay you £4 per week on your £100. If you put in £1,000, they pay you £40 per week. £10,000, they pay you £400. 100,000, they pay you £4,000 per week. So just imagine there are 50 weeks in a year. Forget about the remaining 2 weeks. If you multiply it by 4, 50 times 4, that's £200, right? How much did you put? 100. How much does Agam pay back to you at the end of the year? 200.
200, yeah.
So you made 100% profit on your investment. So this is how they empower people economically. So whilst you're going to your 9 to 5 work, your money is now working for you rather than working for the bank. Simple. And to open your account, we can help you to open your account and provide you with training. We normally do the training, which is a part of the thing. Stay on until the end of the show, right?
All right.
We provide training every Saturday in Stratford from 4 to 6. We support every single member that actually come into the program. You can also become an agent of the company and introduce it to your friends, your colleagues at work and everything else, and they pay you what is called a referral commission, one-off.
Oh, okay.
That's why some people started with about £100, and today, 4 or 5 months on, they're on £300, £400, £500 a week.
Wow.
Yes.
Okay.
You could imagine you get to a point, Grace, it's not about how much money you're earning, it's how many people can you support
Support, yeah.
with this information. You can imagine in your workplace how many people are going to work and suffering every day. Salary is not enough. People back home, they want everything, right?
Yeah.
What I've done in Ghana, yeah, where my dad come from, Nigeria, where my mom come from, I have a lot of nephews, a lot of cousins all over the world, right?
Yeah.
Rather than me sending them money for their university degree, I open an account for them, start with £1,000. Some of them have already started. They're earning money every week. They thank me every single morning. I receive text messages. Right? After they pray to God, then I'm the next person. They thank you.
Oh, okay.
So what gives me the joy is not about the money I am making. Yes, I'm making enough money in the process, but is the amount of people that God has helped me, giving me life to support other people as well. I'm sure you can do the same in the same way.
Yeah.
Right, okay.
Really, really good.
Thank you so much for calling in. And remember, you can always call Sonny immediately after this program, and he'll be...
All right, I'm going to call him back.
Yeah.
After the program.
Call me back after the program, then we can go through.
All right.
We can even help you to open your account tonight, no problem.
All right, really, all right. Then.
Yeah?
Okay, thank you very much.
Okay.
Yeah, the papers are just funneling there. I was going to talk about the training, actually.
Yeah.
That you've mentioned the training that you do provide. Now, is this training free? And what is it that people get out of this training? What do you teach in this training? Tell us
Okay,
more.
very good. So what we teach people for the training is very, very simple. We say, okay, what the business is all about, yeah? How do we help you to manage your money? Yeah, two things we do in this business, like I mentioned earlier. We help people to generate money if they don't have it. If they already have it, we help them to sustain it or to increase the capacity of that money. The bank doesn't help you to increase the capacity of your money. Your bank doesn't put your money at work for you. They put it at work for themselves. So what my company is doing again, yeah, Atlantic Global Asset Management, so yes, we're going to trade with your money. Your money will be working, will be active every single day. At the end of each week, we pay you. So this is the training we provide. The training is free. We have one coming up this Saturday in Stratford. Our offices in Stratford, 44 Broadway, yeah?
Before anything, somebody's watching there and thinking, well, these trainings, when I get there, am I going to find one of those big guys we see at 3 a.m., 2 a.m. standing outside the door with a certified security badge saying it's £5 to come in? Or are they free? You know, because we're scared of those big guys. They want to get money off us all the time. So is this free or?
It is totally free to everyone that wishes to come and listen to the program. How we can help them to generate second household income in addition to their monthly salary. Totally free. Cost you nothing whatsoever.
Right, okay. Some people are just joining us now. Cryptocurrency. What are these? What are those? What is a cryptocurrency? That's what somebody probably is asking. That somebody is joining. In one sentence, what is a cryptocurrency?
Cryptocurrency simply means making payment using a computer system. Yeah, it's a digital money. It's money that doesn't come through the main bank. You know, at the moment the bank has control, yeah, over how much you send, how much you spend. But with digital money, right, it doesn't work that way. The money is private money. We control it outside the bank. That's number one. The second features of cryptocurrency, you can use it to make payment for goods and services all over the world. If you transfer money to somebody in, let's say, Zambia, how do you do it? You do it either by Western Union.
Yeah, Western Union, yeah.
They give you the option and say, do you want to collect it same day or the following day? There are different charges. With cryptocurrency, if you have a Bitcoin wallet, right, and you want me to send you a payment, I can send it from my own Bitcoin wallet to your wallet, instant, wherever you are, any amount, it reaches your account with a fraction of the cost. So what the digital money is all about is also called fintech, right? Financial technology. Everything is based on the computer. A press of a button, you make payment to people all over the world, and they receive the money straight away at the absolute peanut of the cost that we're spending at the moment. Some analysts are saying right now that within the next 3 to 5 years, the traditional banking system you have will disappear. I'm not the one saying that. People in the capacity of Bill Gates, yeah, people in the capacity of Warren Buffett, Richard Branson, Alan Sugar, they all now recognize and they've all bought into cryptocurrency as a means of payment. There are over 16 million companies all over the world accepting cryptocurrency as a means of payment. Right? This is in the open. Even the Bank of England has tested some of the cryptocurrency payment platform, and they are giving it a huge consideration to adopt some of them, some like Ripple coins, right? Which means, because it's a very fast way of making payment, the quickest and the cheapest way of making payment, even the Bank of England are actually giving it the consideration. All this is publicly available information on the YouTube. You can just Google it, Bank of England with cryptocurrency.
All right, still on the training.
Yeah.
Some people are watching, and some people are, of course, remember, it's the cryptocurrency is not only for the Africans or Caribbeans; it's beyond any ethnic minority that might be watching. But I'm going to talk on the African side. That some Africans watching now this weekend, when you're having your training, they'll be in their big hooks, going for a bridal shower or a wedding in those little big hooks you see around Hackney and Peckham. So are these trainings regular? Tell us more.
The trainings are regular. It's every single Saturday. It starts from 4, it finishes at 6, right? There is no any latecomers, right? We make sure that people come in early so that they can enjoy and benefit from the program.
What else is it at the training? Is it just, of course, there are notable speakers like yourselves? Is there other speakers? What's any other attractions that can benefit?
There are other speakers who are going to be speaking on the day, and you can have other traders as well, other agents who are working on behalf of the company. They can share their own experiences with you, and there are other new people that will be coming on the same day. So you will have a mixture, what I would say, a cocktail of an audience.
So this coming weekend, the training that you've got, any particular notable speakers that somebody there might know, or is there any special speakers that you'd like to share with the viewers?
We have one of the major traders who may be coming, but they delegate everything for me to deal with. Sometimes, some of the other bosses, they drop in from, you have Glenn, you have Blessed, different ones will come. The purpose, the reason why they come is not because they're not saying that Sonny is competent enough to demonstrate it, but to support and also to share their experiences. For example, Glenn is one of our top trader. He started his business October of last year, 29th of October, with 90 euros. Glenn is a top earner around the whole world. Last week, he just sent me a message. He's already earned over 200,000 bonus euro within 10 months.
Fantastic. Well, let me just remind the listeners that we don't have long to go, but you can keep those calls coming in and ask your question, contribution, wherever you are in the world. 07886 625 549. That's 07886 625 549. Why did they come up with this term, cryptocurrency?
Okay.
And how did they decide this is going to work? There's always a history behind anything that is successful.
Very good. Very simple. In 2008, 2009, we have what is called a subprime financial problem or financial crisis. Some people even lost their money. Yeah. We have the history of Northern Rock, cash run out of Greece. Was the other one in America? So Warner Brothers, they gone under. People lost their money, people lost their pensions. So what this man decided to do, he's called Satoshi, right? It's a Japanese origin, but he's an Australian citizen. Nobody really understands this man. He's like a Melchizedek in the Bible. Nobody really understands the history, but the nickname that he's given is Satoshi. He decided to develop what is called financial technology. Rather than you going through the bank to make payment or to receive payment, you can go through the financial technology. A press of a button on a computer, the money is in your account. So the bank has no control over cryptocurrency. The word crypto is encrypted, right? If you encrypt any document, what does that mean? It's with tight security, right? Nobody else can easily penetrate it. With your cryptocurrency account, nobody can log onto your account. Nobody can hack it. Because if anybody log into your account, then a password will be generated by your phone. Your phone will alert you that somebody is trying to, then you can stop that straight away. How many times our account have been hacked in the bank? So many times. But with cryptocurrency, It's a method of actually people having control over their own money and not allowing the bank to dictate, not allowing the bank to exploit us continually. Because we are conditioned, that we only have to put our money in the bank. And look at how the bank exploits us. Every single day, every single year. On £1,000, the bank is paying you £2.50. But with cryptocurrency trading, with companies like Agam, they're paying you 4 to 5, 6% per week return on your investment. If you just say you want to start trading on cryptocurrency, you can make a lot of money, but you need specially trader like us who can actually show you how you can do that. And that's again another purpose of the training. So we are showing people to say, this is cryptocurrency, this is what it's all about, and you can get involved. Just to give you an example, in 2009, 2010, somebody came to me with Bitcoin. You can just check it out on Google, just put it in Bitcoin. It was 10p. When this guy came to me, I said, no, I log on to the website, FCA, the Financial Conduct Authority in this country that regulates financial products. They have information that this was a scam, this and that. Me being an accountant, I didn't want to get involved with anything that's a scam, naturally. Even up to 2015, 2016, FCA was still saying this is a scam. Until very recently, now the price of Bitcoin, which is now being accepted as a payment platform, right? It's over £3,000, over $4,000. If I were not silly at that point in time, if I were not like a doubting Thomas at that point in time, £100 6, 7 years ago would have given me £3 million worth of return. And that's an amazing amount of money. They said, if you want a log of wood, when do you have to start planting? 10 years ago, 5 years ago. But if you need that log of wood 5 years' time, when do you have to start planting? Today. So we have not missed the boat. The prediction by a lot of different quarters of financial analysts in the marketplace, Bitcoin will move from about £3,000 today to over £10,000 within the next 12 months. So you can imagine if even you invest now, you reap the benefit in a year's time, in 2 years' time. In fact, the prediction is within the next 5 years, one coin will go for about £300,000.
Right, fantastic. Well, keep those calls coming in. The number is flashing on your screen, 07886 625 549. That's 07886 625 549. This is a special program with Dr. Sunny Ahonsi on My Money Management Education. Sunny, we live in a global village, and there are people in different parts of this world. Some currencies converting to the pounds, to the US dollars, to the euro. You're talking of sacks of money. So, for example, somebody that is in Nigeria, somebody that is in not just Lagos or Abuja, but maybe in Sokoto, somebody that is in an area in Zambia called Shangombo, somebody is in a remote area in Zimbabwe, in Kenya, in Morocco, and they want to take advantage of this. Now they're going to use their local currency in Africa. How do they go about that?
Very good, very, very simple. They open an account just the same way that we open an account here, all right?
What's the procedure? Do they go online?
They go online. Once they have access to the internet, they can open online banking. AGAM, which is Atlantic Global Asset Management, it works like online banking. You go onto the internet, you open your account. Easy, hand to back. They can fund it with just the same way they would have funded.
So they have to convert to at least £100 in their currency.
They have to convert at least £100 in their currency, okay, to be able to fund that account. We can actually use the Bitcoin account. We can help them remotely to open a Bitcoin account in their own home country and fund the account. And we also have a lot of our traders already in different parts of the world who can actually assist these people on a local level. whether they're in the remotest villages or they're in the town, uptown, in Lagos or Harare or Port Harcourt, wherever they are, Accra, yeah, Auckland, New York, wherever they are, they can open their own account on Agam and they start trading straight away. Hence, our program cover all of this, how we can support them in terms of any geography. So it's a global, like you said, the world is a global village. And Agam is a global bank that support people wherever they may be.
Right. What about businesses? Businesses that are making profits, businesses that are struggling, and businesses that are absolutely making nothing. How can businesses as well benefit from cryptocurrency?
Very good. For the trading in terms of Agam, you can open an account as a business account, or you can open an account as a
And
personal
how is it
account.
going to help their business?
But very good. Because you can imagine, let's say you are a hairdresser. You open an account with Agam and they pay you, let's say, for £1,000, they pay you £40 every single week. Would you not tell your customer? Because you want your customer to make money so that they can do more hair. Yeah? The pastor in the church will speak to the parishioners so that they can generate more tithe. So, like I said earlier, the business is all about supporting every members of the community. Yeah, it's not about the money you will make per se, it's the amount of other people that you can support with this particular business. So business who are suffering at the moment, this is actually another source of income. What I would call in a business, yeah, this is what I teach students at the university, it's called strategic diversification. They diversify their businesses so that they can start generating money from various sources. So this is how we can also help businesses who are facing financial reversal situation.
All right. Okay. Now, obviously, before we just summarize this particular program, we're more intrigued as well to know what cryptocurrency has achieved, but then where is it going in the next 5 to 10 years? Because it's only started in 2008, 2009, and I'm not going to share with you what I was doing between those years, but I was living a life. Now, in the next 10, 15, 20 years, those who are going to start now, are there any long-term benefits? Tell us more.
Okay, very good. Let's just, don't go back as far as 2008, 2009, 2010. Let's start with 2017. In 2017, the total market value of cryptocurrency, the total, is 17.6 billion US dollars. That's the trading capacity of all the cryptocurrencies. Do you know how much it is today? Right now, you can check on Google, it's over 140 billion. Right? You heard me right. From 70 billion, within 6, 7, 8, 9 months, the market has grown to 140 billion. The prediction is in the next year or two, the trading in cryptocurrency, because you see, it's the money that people use to buy and sell. Yeah, you want to make payment for somebody in Auckland, somebody in Port Harcourt in Nigeria, somebody who is in Harare in Zambia, yeah, or somebody who is in Dar es Salaam in Tanzania, somebody who is in Auckland in New Zealand. They can make payment. Rather than you using a credit card to make the payment, you use cryptocurrency. So it's a payment platform, but using a computer system. Hence, the growth has been phenomenal. So if the total market value was 17.6 billion in January 2017, and it's over 100 billion in August, September in 2017, just imagine the growth. So some experts are saying that cryptocurrency will grow further and is the future because it will obliterate, or if not that, it will reduce the activities of the bank. Can you imagine the joy that all of us will have when we have full control over our own money? Yeah, the bank is no longer holding out to rampage. They're no longer going to be using our OPM, other people's money. We know where to put our money and where we get better returns. That's what the program is all about. Hence, my money management education. Remember, we're here to educate people, to incite them to understand that there are alternatives. As they become participants on the program, in the process, they earn money as well. Just imagine, when the credit card started, Visa, MasterCard, many, many years ago, you have a share in MasterCard, and they pay you a dividend on a weekly basis. Can you imagine the enormity? Every day in England alone, we spend over £1 billion on credit card alone. So you can imagine the credit card company, how much they charge. If they charge 2p for £1 billion, do the calculation. That's 2 million quid.
I'll let the viewers, of course, do that calculation. But obviously, we are now coming to the end of this special program. And remember to take advantage of cryptocurrency. How does it feel to wake up on a Saturday when you have nothing in your pocket? How does it feel sometimes when your friend asks you to buy them a drink and you use the excuse, I left my CashPoint card at home, but when you absolutely just have nothing? So sum it up with us, Sonny. Feel free to give your details. And
yeah. Well, my details is there. Like I said, I've run my money management education program every Saturday at Stratford from 4 p.m. to 6 p.m. every single Saturday. People can also drop into my office as well. My office address is in London, 44 Broadway, that's in Stratford, E15 1XH. That is in London, 44 Broadway, London E15 1XH. But importantly, you can contact me anytime, even at 3 a.m. in the morning, on my cell phone, which is plus, if you're not in London, +44 788 66 25549. That is +44 788 66 25549. Call me anytime, ask any question of your choice, then we are willing and able and available to address those concerns.
And of course, before the producer comes in now to sum up the program, what do we expect on next week's program?
Well, next week's program is actually to deal with people mindset. Yeah, it's for me to help as many people to become entrepreneur like me. Defining and encouraging people to say, look, you have to have a different mindset, right? The statement I'm going to use from next week is the founder of Facebook, Mark Zuckerberg. He said, not taking a risk is a riskier step that you can ever take, right? And Warren Buffett says, I have never seen a poor person who has lost money. He said, but I've seen a lot of wealthy people who have lost a lot of money. They become wealthy, why? Because they try over and over and over, like Thomas Edison. 10,000 times he tried the same experiment. He didn't give up. So great entrepreneur, they have the mindset of continuous process of trying different alternatives, not just trying one or two businesses because they didn't work in the past, then you think they're not going to work in the future. No, because there's what is called development, emancipation, growth. That's what is happening, because a lot of entrepreneurs have learned a lot of lessons in the past of business that failed, and they now find a way that works, which is better than the past. So stay tuned for next week. Same time, we're going to be dealing with entrepreneur and the mindset that they have. Successful entrepreneur, that is.
Well, that's it, of course, from this special program. Don't forget to tune in again next week at the same time. And that's between the hours of 6 p.m. To 7 p.m. And of course, don't forget to catch me on the Sports Corner. And the Sports Corner, of course, is every Wednesday, which focuses on talking about African football, African sports that is happening all over Africa. And of course, don't as well just sit back, keep watching Noble People TV and radio for the rest of the programs that we've got for you during the course of the week. We are broadcasting 24 hours a day and 7 days a week, 365 days a year. Well, I am John Chinode on behalf of the producers here at Noble People TV and Radio. It's only Thursday, one more day till the weekend. So enjoy your weekend, and the weather not very friendly, so keep warm and goodbye.